We're throwing the word legendary around a lot on this show today, and rightfully so, from Dr. Seuss to the wonderful pioneering ladies of racing to Karen Knotts, who's the daughter of legendary actor Don Knotts. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And you are here because you're part of this really cool festival that takes place in Danville.
Yes, I'm so excited. It's the first time I've really been to Indianapolis, and we do these festivals all over, but this is my first time here.
Are you surprised when you travel around the country the love that people have, not just for the show, not just for all the characters, but your father specifically?
It's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, he's been gone since 2006, and people continue to love him and want to talk about him and want to just, they're fascinated. He was an enigma.
I think people might be surprised when he was off camera to not necessarily be acting exactly like that.
That's right. He was completely different off stage, but he was always funny, just in different ways. You know, people would come up and we'd be eating dinner and they'd say, Mr. Knotts, I'm so sorry to bother you. And he'd just drop everything and smile and just give him his complete attention.
Did he like television versus all the movie roles he had?
I think Barney Fife was his favorite role. But, you know, he would always move on to the next thing. And like when he did the movies, you know, like Ghost of Mr. Chicken was his first, you know, move from television to being a star of his own movie. And he was really terrified. I mean, I remember him pacing the floor, and then he would go to watch the movie when no audience was there, and nobody knew who he was. And once he heard the laughs were all there, then he'd be like, oh, it's gonna work, it's gonna work.
So a funny man taking his craft very seriously.
Oh, he sure did. I mean, 90% of his time he was thinking about his craft.
Wow. And what's it like to go around, though, and be Don Knotts' daughter? Do people expect you to be sort of as manic as Barney Fife?
The first thing I ask people is, do I look like him? And they go, well, maybe. And then I go, what about now?
Okay, if you're going to do
and then they believe who I am.
I'm going to actually remove Barney Fife from the equation.
Okay.
Do you have another favorite role that your father?
Well, let's see. I loved The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Sure.
It was really fun for me because I was a little girl, and I got to go on the set. And I remember, you know, there's a scene where the fish, Mr. Limpet, has lost his glasses.
Right.
So the wife comes, the real-life wife, and she puts the glasses on the face of the fish, who is now her husband, who's now a fish. And it's a very tender moment, right? And I watched as she did it. It was so affecting. And they had just a box of stuff. And they lifted it up to her eye level, so it looked very convincing. And she's just putting these glasses on a box of stuff, like a box of junk. And I was like, that's incredible.
The magic of movies.
That's when I knew I wanted to be an actress, to have the power to do that.
That's wonderful.